everyone? Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And before we get started, one last pitch before the big Zeddy's year-end award show, which is going on tomorrow. We hit 18,000 subs. I think about 2/3 of you are still not subscribed. We hit 18,000 subs by the end of the Zeddy's, by the end of the new year. We'll have a big giveaway planned, so make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already. But anyways, let's go into the topic of the video today, and that is why Secret Mage is so freaking infuriating and wild, and should it be nerfed? If you're not aware, Secret Mage has moved up yet again to be like at the top tier deck, top tier 1 deck in Wild with the latest expansion of the Darkmoon Faire. Vicious Syndicate in their most recent Wild Reaper report had it as the best deck in the entire format, and most other like Tempo Storm, Snapshot, if you look at H's replay stats, basically have it as like a top tier deck, if not the best deck in the game. So I thought we'd go over why, whenever I talk about Secret Mage or I see someone play Secret Mage or someone hit Legend with Secret Mage, they always get flamed, people hate on it, and I wanted to go over why it gets so much hate, why people hate the deck so much, or at least in my opinion why they do, and what maybe could be done about it through nerfs, or should it be nerfed again. Again, this isn't a video necessarily calling for nerfs, we'll conclude with that, our opinion, but this isn't like the Shaman one yesterday where I'm like, it's broken, all that stuff. I just want to have a discussion about the deck. So, first main reason I feel like Secret Mage is infuriating is basically secrets themselves prevent you from playing the game the way you're kind of intended to, the way you want to. I mean, all you have to do is take a look at the popular secrets in Mage. They punish you basically for doing everything. You play a minion, you're punished by explosive runes. You kill one of their minions, you're punished by duplicate. You go face, you're punished by flame ward. You don't go face, you're punished by rigged fair game and they draw cards. You test with a cheap spell for counter spell, right? You get punished if you don't have a cheap spell. Or, hey, you do have that cheap spell and you test for counterspell, but Netherwind Portal punishes you and you get a big 4-drop on the board. Basically, it just goes on and on like that. Basically, every secret interacts with every aspect of the game of what you can do in the game outside of like playing a weapon and playing a hero card. Outside of that, there's basically a counter to everything you could possibly want to do with secrets, and that can be pretty frustrating. And that leads into the other point, and I kind of alluded to, is that it's basically impossible at this point, with the broad spectrum of secrets in the game, to play around them properly. Like, how do you properly test for Rigged Fair Game and Flame Ward in the same turn? Again, sometimes, like, Mirror Entity, if they're running it, and Explosive Runes, it's really hard to test for it. Potion of Polymorph it's that same vein. And again, with Counterspell and Netherwind Portal, trying to test for both of them. You might have a cheap spell to test for Counterspell, but you might get screwed over by the portal, or you don't have a cheap spell. It just creates that problem. So it basically, because checks everything off like that, it takes the decision making out of the game. You're basically just gonna have to guess and hope for the best that they don't have a certain secret up, because you might know what secrets they run, but you at the same time, you can't possibly test for everything the way it is. So that can be really frustrating. It takes a lot of the skill of the game, and it's just a guessing game. And I know there's secrets. It's supposed to be that way to an extent, but I feel like it's a little too far gone in the ability of actually playing around said secrets. The next point is secrets just too often cost 0 mana. Mage secrets are the most expensive of the game. There are 3. You look at Rogue, they're 2, Hunter 2, Paladin 1. Right? They're the most expensive secrets in the game, and therefore are the most powerful, yet Mage has the best ways of cheating them out for 0. Like, look at the other classes. Like, Hunter has, like, what? Cloaked Huntress, which is that's literally it, from what I understand. Like, Cloaked Huntress. You look at Paladin, they have Mysterious Challenger, I think Bellringer Sentry. Mysterious Challenger was good for a point in time, but 6 mana, and it's your only mana cheat dump in the entire game. Whereas, you look at Mage, they got Kirin Tor Secret, you have Cabal Lackey, you have Ancient Mysteries, and, you do have access to cards that also tutor for it with, like, Arcanologist. You do have Mad Scientist, which, again, does cheat out secrets in other classes, but they're 2 or 1 mana, right? And whereas in Mage, you're cheating it out for 3. So you're getting even more bang for your buck on those cheating cards. So not only are you cheating them out, like, it's not like out of the norm when you're facing a mage by like turns 3, 4, that they've already cheated 9 to 12 mana worth of secrets. Like, that's an absurd amount of secrets while developing other minions. They could be clearing the board with Flak Mage at the same time. You cheat out Cabal Crystal Runners, and it also activates all their insane synergistic cards like Medivh's Valet, Cloud Prince, Flak Mage, as I mentioned. It makes them just ridiculously efficient, and it just makes Secret Mage, if they draw ideally, it's almost impossible to beat it with almost any deck. And if I was to offer a nerf solution, it would be in this realm. The secrets costing 0, I feel, that's the problem if you're looking at why it's so strong. And you can see that even Blizzard themselves have kind of acknowledged this. With the latest 2-drop from Darkmoon Faire, the first secret you play this turn costs 1, right? They seem to be realizing that costing 0 might be a little bit too good. So if I was to make a nerf, I'll conclude later if they should, I would probably address it here and make secrets, none of them cost 0. They'd have to cost at least 1, because, you know, 0 cost cards kind of break the game. Another reason it's so infuriating is the fact that the deck basically can do absolutely anything outside of healing and, I guess, taunts. It has insane removal. It has some of the best draw in the game with, like, Rig Fair Game, Sage, Archaeologist, great burn options, Ian Valet and Crowd Prince. Of course, you have Fireball, the classic burn spell. You even have AoEs and Flak Mage, Flame Ward. You have overstated minions in Occult Conjurer, or that you can just cheat out for like 0 mana in Cabal Crystal Runner. It can effectively beat every matchup in the game if it draws relatively well. It doesn't have to draw absurdly well. Relatively well. The secrets basically lock out every deck from employing any realistic strategy of playing the game. You know, they're going to get punished for their spells, playing minions, all that. The only thing, like I said, is weapons and hero cards are basically the only thing they can't touch. The last main reason I would say Secret Mage is so infuriating to face, so frustrating to face, is the lack of counterplay to it. I mean, look at this card here. Look at this card right here. Eater of Secrets. It will destroy, devour every secret active on the board, create a threat, and it's still not good enough to beat Secret Mage. The thing is, when you're like, say you're eating 3, 4 secrets, that means your opponent has been generating tempo by cheating out their, you know, secret cheating cards like Kirin Tor Mage, like their Occult Conjurers, like their lackeys, all that stuff. So yeah, you play it, you eat their secrets, but then you just lose to the board and burn. Like, Eater of Secrets has never been a reliable counter. There's literally, it's not a real counter tech option. And again, you don't want to run a card that's a 4-mana 2/4 dead card against any other matchup. That also feels terrible, but it doesn't even work then. The only real counters to Secret Mage are just out-tempoing them, which can be incredibly difficult considering their access to the early AoE and their mana cheating tempo removal based minions, or out-healing / out-armoring them. And that's why Reno Priest is one of the only good decks to kind of keep it in check right now. And a lot of people want, you know, Reno Priest to get nerfed, so you can imagine how insane Secret Mage would be if that would happen. And, you know, I'm not saying that it's particularly bad that these are the only strategies that beat them, because Hearthstone can be a tempo game. Hearthstone can be about trying to out-heal and out-armor class. So, do I think Secret Mage needs to be nerfed? I don't think so. But maybe for the player, like, sanity and health, it wouldn't hurt, because it seems like so many people loathe the deck, can't stand the archetype, and it drives a lot of people away. But again, so many people play it, they must enjoy it to an extent, or they just like winning. I don't know which one it is. But again, if I was to nerf it, it would be the Secret Cheaters, so it would be reduced to 1 mana instead of costing 0, which would make it a lot more honest, but then again, it'd probably kill the deck, because if it's an honest Wild deck, it's dead. And that's the thing. Wild's a tricky place. There's a lot of broken decks in Wild that have been broken for a long time. We have stuff like Void Color that's still been never nerfed. Pulling Void Lords and Mal'Ganis and all that stuff. That's absurdly broken. It's not even that great right now. You know, you have these decks that are just always good. Like Big Priest lately is just really good again. Nerfs in Wild are typically reserved for decks that are ultra polarizing and create like these super early board swings that you can't possibly answer. And I don't think Secret Mage really falls in that category. It's just a very frustrating, unfun deck to face, and it's not super polarizing either for the most part. It's just absurdly good, really powerful, and very frustrating. So I don't think I would nerf it. I think I would leave it as is, even though I can't stand the deck. I think it's overpowered and frustrating, but it's Wild. It doesn't really hit that Dark Lair, that Naga Sea Witch, that kind of level. A level that I think Raza Priest honestly is pretty much at. But anyways, let me know in the comments below, would you nerf Secret Mage? Do you think it's too problematic? Is it too frustrating? Or is it just, you know, it's a wild deck. It's degenerate, it's frustrating, but hey, it's wild, and it's just going to be the way it's going to be. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.